BLASTMUSIC247.com. We're changing the industry one artist at a time.
Hello. It's your girl Melikia K, Courtney, popping to you for this Tuesday's SXP MetaMorphosis 365 Growth Podcast. I hope you are having an amazing Tuesday. Mine has been busy, to say a word, and busy is a good thing. How about that? So, starting the podcast like we always start the podcast with gratitude, like for real. So today, in my infinite wisdom, I decided that I needed to be among nature and have this podcast, and we have company. If you hear that screeching off in the background, and I'm grateful for that. Thank you to BLAST Music247 for having me with the family, and then also follow BLAST Music247, throw that QR code up for you. Bam, there you go. You have an opportunity to go become one of the artists after you register, and you can have your music shared right here with us. You have the opportunity to go become one of the viewers and listeners and enjoy the new things that are coming out. So I encourage you to do it all. Do it all. Let me put that away. Awesome. Thank you to Sunshine of Shine Vibrations. That happens. Her podcast is Friday at 7 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. So I encourage you to go and be a part of that podcast as well. So we are in May, and for those who don't know, allow me to be the one to say that this is Mental Health Awareness Month, which is why we started with a to learn or not to learn. There's much I want to talk to you about that. It's going to be broken up over the month so we can take it in bite-sized pieces. I think that it's very important to not overwhelm, and I understand that some folks know this information, just have it in their bag, and maybe you haven't pulled it out for a while. That's fine. Call me the reminder. But for some, it will be totally new, first blush. So I encourage you, even right now, prepare your heart, prepare your mind to receive something good. Okay, to receive something good. And if you ain't been around for a while, allow me to say that this is how I move. When I have exhausted that thought, when I've said to you all that needs to be said, I'm going to let it be right there. We're not going to press the cup. This month we are going to, we're not taking it easy necessarily. We're doing that. But we are going to take it mindful. And once it's clear you have a bit enough, I'm going to let you be. And that's how we're going to rock. Okay. So rock with me on that. All right. So where are we at? I want to get the ads and all that good stuff out of the way first. And then we will stop for that mid-break because I have something fun I want to share with you guys. It's simple in 30 seconds. So let's see. There we go. Tanika Sheree, Make Room. This is her song. When I told you guys to go to BLAST Music247, this would be one of the opportunities, if you are an artist, for you to experience this moment watching your music and your video play on a podcast. So just kind of do.
Cause I'm thirsty. Do the hard work so that no one doesn't meet the worst me. I don't know the day it did, I just know that I'm busy. Drink my water before spin so that I don't get dizzy. Tie my hair up tight real quick so my roots don't get frizzy. Grab my phone and write a list and there's a miss text message from you. to my knees first, though. Can't hang out without hearing her sing her favorite verse, yo. Stop a gas, grab a snack, subtle thoughts of you. Push 'em quick, take the back, since it's still so new. Don't wanna jump the gun, but just someone I could know deeper. But only time will tell me if you really are a keeper. Stop me dead in my tracks. Tell me how you would've did that. Now you got me acting brand new. Got me all in my bag. Working ain't got nothing on that, but it's the same thing in my heart. Can't wait to see you again. Sorta gave up on that, but if you ain't made of glitter, I just might reconsider. Cause I like having you around. You make me lose my nervous energy, baby. And yes, I'm still a G. I know it might be soon, but I don't mind making room. Cause I like having you around. Yeah. I'm at the age right now where I'm pursuing peace. Clean living in and out. I got that cycle on rinse and repeat. Too many times have tried to take me out, but I still gain defeat. Shutting them all down by force like control or delete. I know you see the point that's key. It's me having the option. Letting you in my bubble only means that I've been watching. I take my space as serious. NASA takes its satellites. I'm out this world, not all shit access me. Because I'm kryptonite to every Superman wanna be. Frontin' in front of me, pretending like they man enough, but got feminine tendencies. I'd rather be home by myself, protecting my energy. Waiting for the most High to finally start aligning me with you. I don't know, maybe, I mean, you do. Got a warm, familiar feeling and a dope kindredness too. And if I'm telling the truth, pom-poms, I'm rooting for you. If it's true without the panic, I'm willing to make the can't wait to see you again. Gotta give up a man if you ain't really glitter. I just might reconsider, cause I like having you around. You make me. That's right, I'm still a G. I know it might be soon, but I don't mind making room. Cause I like having you around, yeah.
Okay, that was Tanika Sheree, Make Room, and that song is a whole vibe. So I appreciate y'all letting me know where you are and where you're from. Definitely take time and subscribe if you haven't already, and share with your medias or with someone you feel could benefit from this kind of conversation. I do encourage you to binge watch. Go check out all, I think, 177 or more videos and shorts and yada 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 that I've shared. Some stuff is silly and for the fun and for the giggles, and we need that in our lives too, right? Let's get that. And then also do understand that the majority of the content is growth podcast. Okay, so let's grow together. Woohoo! I love seeing kids in their element and playing. It makes my heart happy. So that's a happy moment for me. All right, to learn and not to learn, y'all. For so many of us, learning was not even a consideration. It wasn't an option. It was simply the do. Get out there and learn, whether it was learning how to crawl. I have a granddaughter who is freaking amazing. She is learning how to crawl because she insisted on walking first. So it's an interesting dichotomy. And that does play into life and how we live it. If you consider the adult in that, sometimes we skip steps, and let's tie that into the full thought. The full thought being, We learned because it was insisted upon us. It was not an option. We had to learn crawling, walking, potty training, school. Go ahead and graduate 5th grade, go to middle school, finish that, head for college, and then finish that, head for your degrees, and then finish that, head for your higher degrees of learning, then head for your job. Like, it's a lot of movement that's already in place, right? Already in place. And sometimes for those of us who are not as outspoken, who are not as ready to fight back, we go along, right? We go along. Some folks say go along and get along. I heard that a lot when I was a kid. My grandma used to say, hold your peace. You know, that was one of her ways of communicating that sometimes this is just what it's going to be. This is just what it's going to be. But at some point, love, and let's color it in at the point where we begin to choose our electives. Let's color it in at the point where we chose our discipline. We'll color it in at the point where we chose our careers. And I'm speaking for the most of us. Yes, I know there are exceptions. Some folks were railroaded straight through. Cool. We'll talk to you all later, but I'm speaking to the majority right now, where the learning began to become a choice. All right, so I've pathed you on this thought because I figured that this would be the simplest way to understand when it comes to your emotions. Did you ever really stop to think that they too were as heavily optioned into you with you having no option on how to think or how to feel, because those thoughts were there and you were told how to do and be and believe, okay? But have you had your moment where you stopped and decided what you wanted to think? Hallelujah. That was a big one. What you wanted to think, what you wanted to learn, what made sense to you. Have you stopped to filter yourself, filter those thoughts, filter those comments, filter those beliefs and those instructions that left you without option, and you're doing, you know, whether it feels robotic or not? This is that moment that I want to offer you. I want to offer you the moment. And sometimes we need someone who cares about us to offer us the moment, almost like a permission. I used to write permission slips for some of my clients. I don't mind writing more if you need it. So this is that moment for you to take this much needed moment and consider your mental health, because it's time for an upgrade. Regardless of where you are to this point, it's time for an upgrade. Look around. The one thing that is very, very, very clear when you see the world in turmoil and all this upside down economy, and this is needed and that is needed, and when I'm saying needed, I'm speaking of the grown-ups who are running the country. There's a lot needed, right? When you find that moment, please take heart and smile, because it is a growth moment. This is time to level up. So I encourage you, let's level up the emotions. Let's level up the mindset in how we choose to do, believe, behave, because I'm really after your behavior. But I know that the behavior and the habits, they don't shift until the mind does. They don't shift until the mind does. So that's why I'm meddling and asking you that question. Pose it for yourself, to learn or not to learn. You honest to God have a choice in this matter. Maybe you didn't have a choice before. Maybe you felt pressured. Maybe you felt bullied. Maybe you felt made. Oh man, I was among the big mad at some points with certain things that I got to do and was made to do when I was a kid. And that's okay. You know what I mean? That's okay. That's been a long time. I've been an adult a while. And in that adulting, I had my moment that I'm offering you, or I sat to do inner inventory. And I don't even really care your age. Like, the fun part is this inventory can happen at any age. This moment can occur for you at any stage of your life, any stage of success, any moment of defeat. It's always a good moment because you're still breathing. All right. So I invite you to take this journey with me into mental health. So let me pause. I am Melikia K. Courtney. I am the founder of Sanctuary Experience. And that is a joy for me. It is an honor to be who I am. I didn't always feel that way. I didn't always understand the assignment and the purpose of my life. But thank God I kept seeking. I stayed on the planet. That's one. That's for my other folks who might be thinking about taking an exit. Please don't. Stick around a little while and see what this earth has for you, what life has for you. And as founder of Sanctuary Experience, I get to love people back to life. The majority of the people that I serve are women who've experienced some levels of trauma or severe challenge. Okay. Women who achieved, and I mean beast mode, and who love and who show up and who give to the world, but they find themselves dry and empty. They find themselves burnt out and hungry, and not hungry for food, but hungry for a love that they're seeking outwardly for. I help those women look inside for that. Okay? To learn or not to learn. I get to serve wonderful men who have experienced a lot of the same, from DV to depression. Scale it, grab that slide and just slide it back and forth all the way in between. This is life. We experience life. And I was sharing earlier on a live that you can probably go back and rewatch on YouTube. Life is not out to get you, but it is out to get you moving. You know what I mean? It's not out to crush you and discourage you and put you in a place where you're not going to move or seek. This ain't that. But it's not out to let you sit over in a corner and curl up and quit. This ain't that. Life has an assignment, and it has an assignment in you. So you get to choose whether you reach for it or not. Now, I shared that part about who I serve because there's something I want to share here. I found a new button. And you all know I love pushing these buttons. So this button I'm going to try, and you guys are going to try this button with me. It's a presentation button. And what I did do was load up a quick write, and I'm only going to share a few pages of that write with you all. It's something called A Daughter's Heart. I wrote it for the women that come and experience the 3-day intensive. I mean, it's wonderfully lovely. We have fun. We focus on our tenets, right? Our sisterhood, renewing the healing and the fun. Yeah, but baby, we work for 3 days on ourselves, on our mind, on our thoughts, on our behaviors, because I'm after your habits. But to handle that, we got to deal with your thoughts. All right. So I'm going to share this. Let's see how this goes. I'm going to push a button. Hopefully we're still here together after I'm done pushing these buttons. This is very simple. Okay, I'm still here and it's there. Let's go. A Daughter's Heart. I shared who I serve because it's important to me to understand that this is not just for the women. This is not just for the daughter's heart. It can be applied to the sons. And at the same time, I do have a whole another right for the gent, and it's Lion's Heart. I'll share that another time, but this was a tester. It actually works. So let's push some buttons. All right, Daughter's Heart. Let's go. Let's get through the conversations. I want to skip past it so bad, but I'm going to pause just because of what it says. What are you seeking from God? Please go ahead and get that. And if you're brave enough, text me and let me know. Go right ahead. All right. The remembered woman. A lot of times some people feel forgotten, and we're talking about mental health, and we're talking about to learn or not to learn. Please stay focused on this one. I think everybody on this planet wants to feel loved, heard, seen, known, loved, seen, heard, known, heard, seen, loved. You take the dance from whatever position you are on the floor. But I truly believe I've yet to come across a person who is conscious and coherent, who doesn't need these few things. All right. And this is the big cap, if you will. This is the top of the thought, right? Please take time, and like literally, I'm just tooling you guys up today. Today is tools and tips. Take time. Get these 4 words. It's literally 4 words. It's not heavy and it's not hard. Loved, seen, heard, known. This was a message that the divine passed to me to pass on to the women. I'm sharing it with you now, and I do want to share the instruction. The instruction simply is, how, beloved, how do you feel loved? How do you feel seen? How do you feel heard? How do you feel known? What do you need to feel these things? Because if you haven't taken time to understand that about you, how do you know when it shows up? How do you know when it shows up? I've had conversations with beautiful women who sit and tell me about these things and the aches in their heart and the desires. And when we flesh it out, when I say, okay, what's present in your life right now? What are you experiencing? And they're able to line it out. Do. Well, let me rewind back on you and ask your question. When this happened, did you feel loved? When this happened, did you feel seen? Oh, when you had the conversation, were you heard? And was the person you were having the conversation with able to communicate with you and communicate that they understood you? Did that happen? All right. Are you hiding anything inside you that would prevent you from feeling known? And that right there is a masterclass, baby. Go sit in those thoughts. Go sit in those thoughts, because it is that we can have all of the above. Yes, we can. But having all of the above is going to require you opening up that mouth and that mind and defining it. Boom, 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 boom. This is this, that is that. This is how I feel loved. This is how I feel seen. This is evidence that I am heard, and I am not hiding a thing from keeping me from being known. Okay, because you can't sit there and complain and have the one if you've not worked on the other side. It just doesn't work that way. It's getting beautifully warm and dark around here. Okay, let's keep going, because I want to get through at least 8. Like I said, very simple. You guys don't have that sheet, but if you screen copied it and print it out, you'll have that sheet for your notes. Okay. All right. Modesty, values, and beliefs. Important to share this slide because we talked about the beginning. We talked about our learning. For those of us who had mom and dad on site, mom, dad, stepdad, stepmom, however it came together for you, or just mom or just dad, however it came together for you, foster care, however it came together for you. Are you understanding where I'm coming from? Pretty much alone in this world and figuring it out. However it came together for you, you had a teacher. You had someone that cared at least enough to make sure you ate and grew. And here you are, amazing and understanding. Let's go forward. In our preset, our 0 to 7, we were sponges. We learned it all. We picked it all up. We soaked it in as if it were divine law and truth. There was no moving it around. There was no dial to slide, because it just is what they said it was for us. Proof, case in point. How do you tie your shoes? Is it the way that your parents showed you to tie your shoes? These simple. How do you go to the bathroom? How many squares of toilet paper do you use? I know, mad simple things, but get you some inventory and see what behaviors are still keeping you company. Had a friend, and it made me laugh so hard, was saying about how they open their mouth and they said a certain thing to their children and sounded just like their parents. Ain't it the case? All right, so do understand, you have the company of your parents, whether they're in the body or out. You have the company of your parents and your discipline. The company. My mother was a disciplined woman. Let me tell you what, she believed in being on time. So do I. And I had a whole fit. I think I went live maybe like a minute late today, and I felt the way about it because it's important to me to be on time. Why is it so important to me to be on time? Because it was drilled into me. Why is my work ethic insane? Why can I sit in a chair for 7 hours and get it done? Because it was drilled into me, and I find value in that. Get the picture. Value. How I dress, my level of modesty from my family. Okay, my beliefs on money. I'm a fan from my family. Those are the things that I found that I found value in. And when I did my inventory, yes, we're keeping this. Are you rolling with me? When you're doing your inventory, yourself, your introspection, and you come across something that leaves you feeling mentally unhealthy, what do you do? When you are heading into work and you are irritated, you are not happy to be on the way, you're not even happy to show up there and be there for 8 to 12 to 16 to 17, 20 hours, you're mad. Okay. Why? Was that a learned behavior? Was that an adopted behavior? Is it something you want to keep? My road ragers, is it something you want to keep? My people that go 0 to 60 in 2 seconds without even understanding it. Is that a behavior you want to keep? Because this is Mental Health Awareness Month, and I wasn't kidding. I'm very excited about this. I should share this with you as well. Background, behavioral health, and I love it. Law enforcement, I love justice. I got a thing for justice, y'all. Yes, I do. Some things come innate, some things come honestly by family. After your inventory, you get to decide what you keep. Decide what you keep, what you compound, invest time in, invest skills in, invest money in, and grow. We all need a coach. We all need a guide and a teacher, someone that cares enough to bring us along. And I literally am here in this chair saying, if you need that help, I'm right here. Do not let the moment pass. And knowing you need that moment, I need someone to love me back to life. I need someone to sit and help me take this inventory, to help me be brave enough, because some of the stuff is scary. Some of the places I had to go to do my inventory were very, very scary. And some of it I tried and I did on my own with Sovereign Divine's help, Sovereign Divine God, to be clear. And then some I went and sat my tail in the chair, whether it was the therapist chair, and had a couple that were dynamite, a couple that were not. So keep seeking till you find your person. I've had many guides, and I believe in learning. Let me make sure this is clear. I saw a blip. I want to make sure I'm still with y'all. Okay. So get your coach, get your teacher. If you resonate with me, make it me. If you don't, find you one. Okay, find you a person, because there's no excuse. That's what I want to leave you very much understanding. There is no excuse. These things do not go away. They keep you company. So why not have some good company in your mind? Why not clean out the thinking? Why not look at your habits? And if you wonder what you're thinking, maybe you don't have a tool to sit down and examine what you're thinking. Let me give you a tool. One of the first things I did was grab pen and paper. It was difficult because my mind was chaotic. Can you understand? Especially I had an injury in my spine that affected many things. That was a while back. Hallelujah. So pen and paper and sit down, grab a timer. Most of us have cell phones. It's so very simplified. I won't say it's easy, and nah, we're not going to use that word, but it is simple. All right. It is simple for you to put a timer on 5 minutes. And baby, it is not easy to sit still, my butterflies, for 5 minutes with yourself. What else do you need to do? Turn the computer and TV off. Turn it off, turn it off, turn it off. All right. Learn your natural state of vibrating, because chances are it's influenced by your TV, by your phone, by your computer, by your music, by the things that you let into your gates of eyes, into your gates of ear, into your gates of heart, into your gates of body for those who are sexually active. All right, that's just a side note tip. Let's go. Pen, paper, 5 minutes on that timer. And we're saying use the phone timer because that's generally what we're operating with. Okay, but at one point, I'd love for you to be brave enough to put your phone away and just sit with you, and maybe you use a kitchen timer. Put that bad boy on 5 minutes. All right. Be still and just write. Let all of the flood of the thoughts come. Don't speak a word. It is testy. And for my people who talk to themselves and answer themselves, I ain't shooting at you at all, but this is a challenge. Do not speak out loud. Do not let that escape your lips. The thought, don't do it. Be still. Cause your hand and that pen and that notebook. Write it down. Why, oh God, Melikia, would you want me to write down these thoughts? Because there's so many of them, and they're keeping you company every day. And maybe you're wondering, why am I so tired when I woke up? I went to sleep for 5 hours, 4 hours, and I get up and I feel exhausted. Why? Because your mind is running a race. Your mind is running a race. So I encourage you to get clear on what you're thinking. And if you're scared, get a friend. One of the coolest stories I heard, I still think it's amazing to this day. This woman was in the grocery store. She really didn't have anybody in her life, had no friends. But she got brave enough and started talking to the cashier. You know what happened? The cashier talked back. How about that? And they made friends and they stayed friends and they've been friends and then in each other's homes and all the whole, it's wonderful. So what am I saying by sharing that story? Kill your excuses. Let them die. You can have excuses or you can have results. Which one do you prefer? And you'll have to decide that with a smile. Excuses or results? Choose. All right. So point. Go back and have a look. What did you learn from your parents? What did you learn from the people that reared you, that poured into you, that loved you, that taught you and said, this is this? Oh, let's touch a button. Racism. Let's touch that button. That is a learned behavior. Babies don't hop out acting stank about someone's skin color. That is a learned behavior. If you are in your bag and in your feelings about what I'm saying, oh freaking well, it's the truth. Someone around you taught you that there was value in being racist. And you'll have to decide for yourself if it is or not. All right? I don't believe there is, but you got to come to your own conclusions. Okay. So those things share. Let's see. I gave them some honest work. Who was your mom? Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. This is a caveats. When you do this, tend to do your honest work if you see where I am on the screen. Who's your mom? Character. What was your mom's character, beliefs, interests, habits, challenges, profession, skill set, values, worth? Get it? In life and in death. So very important. In life and in death. And even when the parent wasn't present, it's so important to run through this exercise. Let me keep it moving because I want to get to a few more pages before we get out of here, and screenshot if you like. Okay. That helps to build who you are, my butterflies. I love butterflies because there's always growth. There's always growth. And there's so much beauty. And yes, there's struggle. Okay, so I do believe that we have a mirrored life, a mirrored existence. And look at how beautiful they are and how much joy they bring. And look at how beautiful you are and how much joy you bring or can bring. All right, who are you? In the same light, your character, your beliefs, the interests, the habits, the challenges, your profession, your skill set and values. And does that line up with who you want to be, beloved? Like for real, are you who you want to be? Are you impeded? Are you beset at any point in life? Do you have a reason? Do you have an excuse for not being who you care to be? All right. This is that day. If we get into this bag early, if you guys jump in with both feet, you will find that by the end of May, you will be living a very different life, much cleaner in the mind, much cleaner in the heart, and much cleaner in the habits, because I'm after your habits. I'm after your habits. But to get to your habits, we got to deal with that mindset. We got to get that work done. So understand that this is your state of being. Your thoughts are reflecting that inner self and that worth, and it explains why life keeps occurring the way that it does, dear one. How is life occurring for you? Is it happy? Are you enjoying it? Or is it this 0 stars, trash panda, do not recommend, adulthood is worst ever? Are you feeling that way? Like, honestly, we make the jokes, but is that honestly how you're feeling? And I'll tell you the other side. So this is the medium state of the coin. Let's flip that bad boy over and look at something deeply and honestly. There have been people taking exits. And I'm saying it politely because we want to not get this tagged or flagged. People taking voluntary exits from life, all right? And what's crazy is I find that the stress levels are so keyed that it literally goes from, okay, I'm maintaining, I'm okay, but they have a pocket of issues that's keeping them company that they're not dealing with. And in a moment where they have hit the peak of overwhelm and stress, in the moment where they hit a moment of, I can't do this, and they did not have a support system in place, and even some of them had a support system in place, in the moment, y'all, unalived. And it's sad. it is so intrinsically sad to be on the receiving end of a call like that. To be on the receiving end of a call of, hey, this person did XYZ, help. And then I'm holding a heart and loving it back to life because someone they love decided to take an exit. Why am I sharing that? It could be you, right? Not wishing it on you, not speaking it over you, but it could be you in a moment, and it could be someone you know in a moment. So in this moment, this is a moment to prevent that moment. Taking time to be honest, to do everything that we can to become more mentally aware of how we're doing. And anything I learn in an effort to make sure I'm able to teach it to someone else. All right, I share that as another side tip. Get the picture, take the hint, learn it. Don't just learn it for you, learn it to share it. Maybe, just maybe, it is the square that builds the foundation that someone can stand on when they're feeling shaky. Okay, and maybe it's the foundation that you can stand on if you're feeling shaky. And I do encourage you to hit the hotline. Like seriously, 1-800-SAVE. That's for the DV, the suicide hotline. I'm going to ask my partner, would you please do me a favor and drop that suicide hotline in the chat so that it is there? Because my mind just like went off into a vein, and I started praying on the inside. So there's two things going on right now. Just for anyone watching, I am praying for you, and I am sending out love and encouragement to pull you into a beautiful space, a steady space that has you where nothing's going to be able to rock you, where you can stand and deliver. And that delivery is a self-delivery, okay? That delivery is you taking time to look at your character, to see what you believe, and if you really believe it, not because someone told you to believe it, but because you really believe it, because you've done your inventory, you've looked at it, you've examined it, you've researched it, and you've identified that this is for you. And it's proven that by the results. You see what I'm saying? For you to look at the challenges. Are they challenges? Are they gripes? That is two different things. Do you understand? There's a challenge that produces something wonderful and some awesome results that benefit you. Them gripes is BMW, bitching, moaning, whining, and complaining for what? That does nothing. There's no growth involved in complaining. None. So put them complaints away. There's no growth involved in excuses. None. Kill them. Kill them off. Let them die. Right? But there is some growth involved in introspection. There's some growth involved in examining who you are and why you are who you are. And then if you are in fact and indeed not who you intended to be, back to the mindset, after them habits, but I'm definitely going to deal with the mind. If you're not who you intended to be, what can you do now about it? Well, Melikia, I'm down the road and had these successes. I find that this was wonderful for that time, but I've grown into another person. Or I've done this, and this for this amount of time, and I hate every step of the way. Now I want something better. A lot of people use the word change. That is a favorite word, grab my water, for a lot of folk. I don't really necessarily dance in the bag of change. What I understand better is creating. You must create a space for you to be that person. And where is that space created? It's created in your mind, and it shows up in your habits. And do understand that that's two poles. Side tip: when it comes to your habits, you can begin to do a thing and build it and build it and build it, right? And then it becomes second nature. But it had to kick off in your mind. It had to be a decision. All right, you had to decide, this is what I'm going to do. This is who I'm going to be. And anything that doesn't match and look like that, gotta go. Anybody that is not looking and matching that, gotta go. So do your inventory and then create that being who you intended and intend to be, and let them habits be your muscle to enforce it. Let that discipline. And maybe for those who do not have a set of discipline, I encourage you to start with something very simple. Choose one thing to do every day for 5 minutes. Just 5 minutes, put that timer on. Could be your writing for a bit. And that writing doesn't have to simply stay in the state of writing down your thoughts, because what you'll find if you commit to it, I'm not going to even tell you how many days it takes. I'm going to let you go find it out. How about that? If you commit to sitting your meat in the seat with that pen and that paper and writing them thoughts down, thoughts to donuts, I guarantee you, if you are honest, serious, committed, and you do it, don't play with it, don't play with it, don't play with it, do it. You will find that stuff will slow down. You will find that your mind starts to give you a breather and a break. You will find that you start ditching some stinking thinking and begin to add something worth thinking on. Once you do your inventory, it's simple. It's not easy, but it's simple. When you begin to identify the things that do not suit you in your mind and in your behaviors, and then you identify the things that will suit you in your mind and in your behaviors, you're going to gravitate. It's going to encourage you, excite you on that peace you can have. It's going to look delicious. You're going to want it. And you're going to make those efforts to have it. That peace, that patience, that lack of road rage when you just enjoy your ride with some good music, not that negative, disturbing, vibrational stuff. Trash. Please don't do that to you. Let it go, let it go, let it go. Erykah Badu it, right? Let's push one more. Okay. Now, yes, it has all the women, because this is the sister's book. Okay. Are you happy with the woman that you are? And I will seriously say, are you happy with the man that you are? Mind, your body, your spirit, get a screenshot, quick screenshot, click. Do you have a vision? Do you have a mission? Do you have a purpose? Do you know what that is? What's your spiritual life looking like? Like, seriously. Really? And you're getting the rain in right now, but you only have a little bit of things to focus. You can screenshot this and begin to use it. Sure. But let's handle those first things first. All right. So you got enough work just in case you don't make it big. God forbid. Subscribe. Miss out on the rest of this month. Don't do that to yourself. Show up. I'm here every Tuesday at 8 p.m. Standard Time. And if it ain't 8, it's 8:01. Apparently today. But we're going to give me grace too, because I can do that. Lovingly. You know what I mean? So I encourage you to join me along this ride. I encourage you to drop questions. If you have questions about mental health, something simple that you'd like to have answered, go ahead, be brave enough to send it to me. Hey, partner. It occurred to me I hadn't shared these things. Let me share this. Well, that's the text. Thank you for the text. The text, I want to share the full number, but that's I will pull it up and I will share it maybe next time. So get that. The suicide hotline. You can text, which is so simple. You're right. It's so much faster. Text 988. Okay. So that be there. I want to make sure that I've shared everything that I intended to share. Ooh, let's talk about sex. There's so much fun. There's so much fun in mental health. I don't know about y'all. I can go about this because there's so much. There's so much that goes into this beautiful life. So I encourage you to start taking your inventory now. What is life looking like right now? And where are your happy places? Do you have your happy places? I was in my happy place today. I hit that jacuzzi. I hit that pool. I walked barefoot in the grass, did some grounding, did some praying, some meditating, did some love stuff, did some family stuff, did some this and that and the third. Got a lot of things done today. Get it? I know my happy places. Where's yours? All right. I got to pause and share a couple of more things with you guys. And then we'll get back to this conversation. Now, what I don't know. I pushed 2 buttons today and both of them work and we're still here. Yay. I see I'm pixelated too. Okay. Let me share this with you. Oh, something fun. I'll tell you more after. Hey, it's your girl Melikia K, Courtney, and I'm popping in with just a couple of seconds of thought. If you have not tended to your mind today, how about now? So take this much needed moment with Lady Molotov, yours truly, Melikia K, Courtney, and consider making poetry your next add to that coping skills bag. Follow me, subscribe. Woohoo! Okay, I was excited to share that with you guys. If you're not following me on YouTube, what you waiting on? It is Melikia K, Courtney on YouTube. And then also I come live through BLAST MUSIC247, so you can meet me there as well. And then Melikia.LadyMolotov on Instagram. I changed my name recently, so I have to pause to remember. So it is Melikia.LadyMolotov. I'm there. You can meet me over on LinkedIn. And if you know that, just from our time together and from watching and connecting, that I am your coach, that I am your guide, that I am the professional friend that you're looking for, please let me know ASAP. You can do that by texting help me. Very simple. Help me to 321-443-2495. Again, 321-443-2495. Text help me. Super, super simple. And you will get a response. Get on my calendar, we'll connect, and we will find out what offering is best for you. Well, Melikia, what do you offer? I offer one-on-one coaching. That's spiritual disciplines too. I believe in the spiritual ritual. Coaching in the general and the life, okay? So fast forward, masterminds, fireside. I am a public speaker as well. So if you'd like for me to come and speak to your group about all things mindset and love and heart set and growth, please invite me. I just may have time on my schedule and say yes and come do that. I am also a performing artist, spoken word. You saw the fun slide that I shared with you guys. Poetry is definitely a coping skill that makes sense. If you've not tried it, try it. You might like it. I have a partner, Scott Harrell, who co-founded Partners in Rhyme with me 5 years ago now. 5 years. We've held a virtual space that so many wonderful things have come out of, not just poetry, but I mean freaking amazing, great poetry. 1, and then 2, the community is incredible. All right, you need community, you want some virtual community, please do come find me, join me over there. We go live on the Clubhouse app at 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, and when I'm not there, I'm off doing something magnificent elsewhere, but I am generally there. So let's tap up over there. And then there's so many ways to connect with me. There's no excuse, because we killed them off earlier, right? Put those excuses away. Let's connect. Let's work together. I also do discovery strategies. So that's a simpler 2.5 hour conversation where we delve into you to see where you are and where you'd like to be and create a path to get you there, an accelerated path to get you to that point. I was teasing earlier. I have a sense of humor that's very wide. I'll say it that way and not say everything else. But I was teasing earlier, asking a client, do you want to get from point A to Z, or do you just want to get from point A to GG? So that is a fair question, and we can figure that out together in a discovery strategy session. We can figure that out in a preliminary session if you're going to choose one-to-one coaching, which I do encourage. I'm just going to whisper that part, because working with me is an amazing thing, because you have someone on your side who will love you back to life diligently, consistently. That's important. Okay, what else? I think that's it. I feel like I've said everything I need to say. Let's see if there's anything else I need to share. I shared Tanika Sheree with you guys, Make Room, and I shared the fun video with you all. There's a couple other things that you'll get next week. So we're going to have some fun along with alerting, because we need a little bit of sugar sometimes to help that medicine go down. I am hopeful that you heard well. I am hopeful that you took it seriously and that you took screenshots of A Darkest Heart. If it is that you would like that whole workbook, because it's a workbook, it was a companion for that event, let me know. Reach out to me and I will get that to you. And yes, it does cost, because I am an author. I write books on top of things. And yes, I charge, because it's wonderful to do so. My work is my work. All right. It has been a pleasure speaking to you and sharing with you. I am Melikia K. Courtney, and you have enjoyed me with SXP MetaMorphosis 365. Connect, subscribe, do all those things. Have fun. Binge watch the podcast. You will grow exponentially. Transformation. All right. I'm complete. Oh, wait, there's a comment. Let me get that. Ba-ba-da. Oh, yes, Lord. I don't know what the yes, Lord was for, but yes, Lord. I could get with that. Okay. Thank you to all my watchers, too, by the way. I forgot to mention that. Thank you, guys. I really appreciate you all that they hit the replay and watch and engage. I had, when I opened up, I didn't even know that was there, y'all. So how about I found the space that shows me all of the comments? I have thousands of comments that I gotta go through, but I'm okay with that. So do comment, do engage, do subscribe, do all the things, and I will get to every comment. Some folks said some stuff that was mad strange, so I'm thinking about how to respond nicely to that. It wasn't like shooting or shade. It was just like, okay. So I'll think that through and I'll send a beautiful, wonderful response. Everybody else, you get your response too. We're gonna leave it right there. I have enjoyed. Have a wonderful evening. I will see you back here Tuesday evening, 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. We will be talking about mental health, awareness, and growth. We're going to talk about growth even past May, but all month long for mental health awareness. And we're going to grow all year long. I am past year one. I've committed to 2 years of podcasting. We'll see if it goes beyond that. But for now, this is this and that is that. Okay. La la la. I have to find the button so I can push the button. Have a beautiful night.